Hi, I'm Jason Weston, and this is my farm, Joe's Gardens. And today I'm going to be showing you the differences and comparing the differences between the Planet Junior BP1 and the Tilmor Ox. And the first thing I'd like to point out is how you engage the drive. The Tilmor has two handles, one on either side, that control the idler pulley. And so whether you want to stand off to the side, on either side you have access to it, or if you just want to stand in the center, you can choose what hand or both hands, it doesn't matter. And when it comes to turning around, you can always have both your hands on the handlebar, and if you need to feather it to get around the corner, you still have both your hands on the handlebar to do any of your turning. On the Planet Junior, it has just a single handle. Fine and dandy, it does work great. I've been using it for years. The disadvantage of it is when you go to start, you pull this back, you're one-handed, and typically this tractor is going to take off to the side on you. Not a big deal, but it can be. And also when you go to turn, you have all the weight of the cultivator on one handle because you're going to be using this to feather your turn around the corner. And that can be kind of difficult for smaller people. You know, me, I'm 270 pounds, it's a cakewalk, but it's not a cakewalk for everybody. A lot of my employees have a problem with that part of it. The other big advantage or thing I like about this is they made the rod connecting the handles to the idler pulley really big and skookum with a very simple cable spring chain set up to the solid rod. Planet Junior system works just fine. It lasts forever too, but it's just a small piece of wire rod. It's not to that level. They spared no expense or making this tractor super strong when they designed it compared to even this here. The other thing I really like about the Tilmor is the Planet Junior has wood handles. There was some metal handle ones, but they all connected to the same small pieces of metal down here. And when you're operating it, there's a lot of wiggle room back and forth on these handles. It's fine, but there's a lot of times when you're trying to do something very carefully, that little bit of extra movement makes it just that little bit hard to steer. Whereas if you're new to the walk behind or you have a new crew member using it, this has no play. When you turn it, it turns. When you track straight, it tracks straight. It's one of the easiest driving walk-behind tractors I've ever used. It goes where you want it to go. It's beautiful design on that part. Another thing that Tilmor did it's awesome is their weight system. They got a saddlebag weight system, so all your weights just fit on a saddlebag sides. You can have however many you need on either side. So if you just want one weight, just a little bit extra weight, you can put it in. Or if you want to put the full 40 pounds, you put them on both sides. The Planet Junior used these here. A great big steel split weight goes all the way in here on the hub of the tractor. To access that, you got to take the wheel off. It's a pain in the butt, takes too long, you won't do it, you won't use them. The other nice thing on their weight system, when you have a big cultivator or you just need some extra balance on the tractor, you can have your weights up here. You can add a whole ton of weight up here, which balances your tractor. It will make it easier to operate. Planet Junior never came to that. I had to build my own using parts off of older tractors to get something on here. So you're always going to have a bit of an issue unless you're handy in the shop and custom build your own parts to make that work. Tilmor solved it by adding it from the beginning. Brilliant, perfect. Another great part that Tilmor did was their hitch system. It's a V shape. So when you're backing your toolbar into this, or backing your tractor into the hitch, it directs the toolbar directly to where the center of the hole is. There's no trying to figure out where it goes, so when it's time to put your pin in, it just slips in because it's going to direct that hitch pin right where it's supposed to be. Planet Junior doesn't have that. If you need to get it in there, you can go too far. You can go too far to the right or the left. So unless you're really good at it and have years of experience like I do, it can be kind of a pain in the butt to get it back in there. Still easy, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like trying to change an implement on an Alchum or G, but this system is better. It shows the level of engineering and thought that they put into this tractor, that they had a simple system like this that worked perfectly, but they made it better. They had a weight system, they made it better. The ground clearance on this tractor is incredible. They put the axle all the way up here, so there's nothing down here, which means the bottom of this tractor is at the same height as my toolbar. I can go over taller crops with this tractor. Planet Junior has their axle way down there, and my toolbar height is way up here. So even though I have a higher toolbar, I still only have the clearance of the axle. So again, they went out of their way. Instead of taking the simple way of just putting an axle across, they designed this with higher clearance. It shows how much thought went into this tractor in making it better. Toolbox, Planet Junior has a toolbox. They're great. There's all types of stuff you throw in there. Tilmor put one right here. Great part about that, it's right here. You can have access to it. The other part that Tilmor did that you won't find on Planet Juniors unless you custom build it or have it custom build is a belt guard. OSHA is going to require you to have a belt guard on your farm. If you don't have it, you can get in trouble. Mine, I had to have them custom built, $600 a pop for a custom built belt guard. This has it. I mean, I love my Planet Juniors. My Planet Juniors are my babies. This makes you money. This is so perfectly designed. Everything all of us wanted in a tractor and more, they designed it. It was mind-blowing when it got here, and I got this out in the field and saw what these engineers did. I don't even have words to explain how happy I am with this tractor. It's my go-to tractor. I'll still always keep my PJs. That tractor there has a 60, 70 year history on this farm. But this tractor is going to have a 60, 70 year history on this farm as well now. Another huge advantage of the Tilmor versus the Planet Junior, you can get on your computer or on your phone, call Tilmor, order one, have it delivered. This here, unless you're in certain places in the United States, you are going to be searching for them online, dealing with people you don't know, having it shipped through companies at a very high rate to ship. And then once you get your tractor to your doorstep, you get to spend the next month rebuilding your tractor. Now, some people can get that done in less time, other people won't be able to figure it out. If you're mechanically inclined and understand machinery very well, and you can get on there and order new engines and find the right belts and everything else, you can do it. But if you want a tractor that is incredible, and you just want it to work because you're a business and you don't want to screw around with rebuilding old equipment, you can't go wrong. It is an incredible tractor. The time you save just buying new versus old is worth every penny of savings there is. And when you're building a Planet Junior, by the time you get your OSHA safety setups, your new wheels, your engines, your paint, everything else that comes along with it, you're going to be at about $2,000, about the same cost as one of these. Difference is something breaks on this, you got to go find it. And that might take you a very long time, or you might be on the end and know who's who of the Planet Junior world and be able to get your part. But chances that's not the way it's going to work. Here, you just make a phone call, whatever part breaks. I mean, I've been putting hours and hours and hours on this. There's nothing to break on these that I can find yet. This is a skookum machine that is just, it's what it has in common with the Planet Junior. It's gonna be the tractor that you leave for your grandchildren. It'll still be running.